John from Trish and John's Gardening Channel, and today it's February 8th, 2015, and we're going to be talking about peppers today, planting peppers. We've got everything set up for you, and we're just going to take you through how Trish and I like to plant peppers and why we do what we do, I guess, right? So first off, we thought we'd show you what we've got here as far as peppers. The first one we're looking at is an Anaheim pepper. This is a hot pepper. It's our first time growing this particular brand of pepper. We've last couple of years we've planted more of a hot chili pepper. We dry them and we use them all year long. So I thought we would try this one as a little bit different, little variety for us, and we could see if we have any luck with this one. This is a hot variety. Then we've got this ornamental. I like this one really because it's colorful. I'm hoping to get a lot of color in the garden. It's a sweet pepper, a Chinese. And the last one is a mini bell pepper. It's going to get the regular bell peppers. However, I thought this would be a little bit, again, interesting, a little bit of a change. Small peppers, I'm assuming if I get smaller peppers, we'll get more peppers. I don't know why I assume that, but we'll see. Time will tell. So we got these from Baker Creek. They did give us a free gift here, some type of a carrot. I generally don't grow carrots, but I'm going to try it this year. They sent us the free one, so we're going to go ahead and try that this year. So those are the seeds. Now, what you're going to see here is I'm actually going to try these pots. These are hydroponic pots. I got these at the local hydroponic store here. And the reason why I like these pots is because of the air pruning method, right? You guys have probably been hearing a lot about air pruning, and I believe it's a really good method. I've been using that method for probably more than 5 years now, more with grow pots. Smart pots, grow pots, eco pots, whatever you want to call them, the felt material type pots. I've had a lot of luck with them, generally with tomatoes and peppers, actually. So I thought, why not try to start the air pruning right off the bat, right? I used to use like Dixie cups, start them and then transplant them. You'll be seeing that all year long, but I figured why not try air pruning right off the bat. So I thought these would work pretty well. Now, one interesting thing about all of these holes, I thought if it was an issue with having all of those holes, that we could put two of these together. I don't know if you could see that, and just by turning the outer one and the inner one, you can actually tune, if you will, the amount of air gap that you have. So if there was too much dirt, for instance, coming out of the holes, you could actually close off the holes and be more like a traditional pot if you wanted to do that. So one of the things I do is this is actually the first time I'm trying these type pots this year, so it'll be interesting, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have pretty good success with this. So what we thought we would do is use a regular coffee filter. We'll cut this in. I won't bore you with cutting all these circles out, but like this, real cheap. One coffee filter I was able to get 7 circles. I just trace out the circle, okay? Cut it out and then place it in the bottom of each one of the cups. I just felt at the bottom I wanted a little bit more support, and by using coffee filters it'll eventually break down. I'm not worried about that, so just a matter of putting it in the bottom of the pot. These particular pots, I think these are pretty standard. They have a peg, if you will, on the bottom, so you have to kind of put it in the bottom and push down until you push the plastic peg through the center of the coffee filter. I think that actually helps it kind of stabilize and sit at the bottom of the pot. So today we're planting just 9 pots. I'm going to be planting 3 of each of the pepper types today. That's why you'll see a total of 9 pots here. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. One more. So I'll show you the way I do it here. Let me just fix this one up a little bit. That's fine. Okay, so the dirt we're using, we picked this up again. We picked this up at the local hydroponic store. In the past, I've used the traditional Miracle Grow. That's fine. I have no issue using that type of soil. The reason why I went with this soil more than anything is because Miracle Grow a lot of times has sticks and debris in there. I just don't like that. You know, it's like half of the dirt isn't really dirt, right? So, so this seems to be much better with the quality of the soil. You know, it does have mycorrhizin and humic acid and whatnot. So, I'm assuming that will help, right? And I think that's a benefit above Miracle Grow. So, that's why we went with that kind of dirt. So now you'll see here that I only filled up this pot about 2/3 full. I'm doing that on purpose, and I use another cup here just to kind of tap it down very lightly. I'm doing this because I'm going to let the plant grow when it gets about 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall. Because these are peppers, very much like tomatoes, we're going to backfill the dirt around the base of the plant until this is nearly full as the plant gets bigger and bigger. I like to do that in order to establish a nice strong base around the plant. Peppers can tolerate that. A lot of plants, if you were to do that, you might rot the base of the plant. However, tomatoes, peppers, that family, they can tolerate, actually prefer to be buried, the base of the plant buried a little bit. So we've got that. Now what I do here is I use a pencil and I just bury 3 seeds. I'm pretty particular about this. I know people just throw them in the ground. I'm pretty particular, so I do 3 seeds in kind of a triangular pattern. And what I do here now, I actually took one of the seed packets. This happens to be, which one is this now? This happens to be the Chinese 5-color pepper. I put them in a bowl like this. I prefer a white bowl. And the reason why I do that is so that I can spread the seeds out. And what I want to do here is I want to selectively choose, if I have my thing here, there we go. I want to selectively choose these seeds. I just don't want to pick the first one that I find. You know, something smaller like this, or maybe like this, I wouldn't use, at least not the first one. You know, I would take something maybe over here, something a larger seed, a little bit more, at least, yeah, there we go. So I don't always use this. Trish gave me this thing, and I don't always use this. So what I typically do, I'll show you what I do, is I just pick it up like this. Okay, it sticks to your finger, and I would place, you know, one per hole. Again, I'm pretty particular about this. I mean, I don't know what the rush is for planting. I like to space them apart, get them this way when we go to thin these out, because we're only going to have 1 pot at the end of the day, or 1 per pot. You know, I'll only be saving 1 of these. So really it's just a matter of covering these up. You know, nothing fancy. Again, just cover them with a little bit of dirt. Okay, tamp this down a little bit. Okay, and then what I do is I take this. Now you're going to notice some dirt is falling out here. I'm not really concerned with that at all. I'll kind of regulate it. If I really find that this is really disintegrating on me, I could always take another pot, like I said, tune it, and then we're good to go. Not a problem. So what I do is I like to bottom water the seeds. I do this a lot. So as I plant these, we'll put this in this water bath. This is lukewarm water here, and we'll let that sit probably 15-20 minutes. And the next step, once these are properly watered, we're going to take these downstairs and we're going to put them under the grow light. So we're going to show you that. I've got the heating pad. We've got a cover, and I'll show you exactly what I do to set these up. And these will germinate in about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, depending. They're downstairs. It's a little cooler down there where we put these in the cellar. But I'm hoping that the heating pad, the pad that we're using, will help the germination. Peppers need heat. They need at least 70 degrees, probably more like 80 degrees would be ideal, but not sure we're going to make 80 degrees down there, but I'm sure 70 plus will be something I'll be able to maintain with this heating pad. And we've got a cover here. You'll be showing this in a minute when we finalize the setup, but we do have a cover to keep moisture in and the heat in. So that's about it. And the next shot we'll show you is downstairs with the everything set up. Okay, thanks. Okay, so here's our setup downstairs. We've got our standard 4-foot shop light. We did replace the bulbs that come with that shop light with grow lights. I think I spent around $25 for the 2 lights, and those are meant to help with the the correct light spectrum for growing indoors like this. So you can see we've got our 9 pots there. We've got our heating pad here. Now I've just left the heating pad on this board right now. I'm going to be running out later today and getting some foam. You can get that again, Lowe's, Home Depot, some foam, and I'll be stacking it up in an attempt to get the top of the pots as close to the top of the dome as possible. It's not really necessary to be in that configuration just yet, but once they start propagating, I want to get the plant as close to this light source as possible in order to keep them from getting leggy. I'll be dropping this light down almost touching the top of the dome and getting the plants as high inside the dome as possible. And then as they grow, I'll be dropping, removing insulation and dropping the pots down to, along with the heating mat, down to where you see it today. So kind of reverse of what you see here. So anyways, that's about it for today. One thing additional here, I'm going to be going out also and getting some popsicle sticks or means of labeling these so that way I won't mix them up. For right now I do have them labeled in a couple different ways. Got the seed packets here, etc. So we'll be taking care of that later today. But anyways, that's our setup. We're going to be doing the tomatoes down here as well. We won't be starting those probably for another 6 weeks or so, probably after the 1st of spring. And again, today is February 8th, so we got 5-6 weeks to go. So anyways, that's it for now. Hope you guys can join us again. Hope you enjoyed this video, and share it if you'd like. That would be great. That would help us out. And we'll talk to you guys soon enough. Okay, thanks for listening. Thanks. Bye.